This is the Gillette Labs with exfoliating bar. The bar and the handle removes unseen dirt and debris ahead of the blades for effortless shaving in one efficient stroke.
Others to raise a hand if you have questions for Coach.
Thanks, Stacy. Bill, hope you had a good day yesterday with the holiday.
Yeah, you too.
Definitely appreciate it. Going back to the game, I meant to ask you after, in what ways did you think the weather conditions sort of affected the way the game was played?
I don't know. Typical December game.
So more in the kicking game or the hard ball, wind? I mean, anything stand out to you?
No, there was a little one. Not that bad.
The couple plays I wanted to ask you about. Just the initial third down play on offense, the 3rd and 4. On something like that, when you watch that back, would you like to see it? Maybe one more route there, like available at the sticks for Mac. It seemed like multiple players were further down the field, maybe with Ramondre the only one sort of near the sticks. I'm just curious how you viewed that play.
Yeah, we had a couple mistakes on the play. It's not the way we were trying to run it.
And then defensively, you guys did some really good things in the second half. I was looking at 2 plays in the third quarter, the 3rd and 1 stop, just to sort of keep it 3-possession game at that point. What did you see on that? That was a sneak from Burrow that you guys were able to hold up. What did you see on that play that allowed it to be successful for you guys?
Yeah, good penetration inside, good pad level.
And then the other one was the pick 6. Looked like a blitz call. And what did you see on that? I mean, it seems like such a balance with Burrow in that offense. How when you pick your spots on when to come after him like that, what did you see on that play?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Cincinnati about that. Looked like Burrow threw one thing, Chase ran something else. Marcus saw the throw, made a good play, and obviously made a great run.
The next question, Chris Ryan.
Morning, Bill. Merry Christmas. Hope everything was good for you yesterday as well. Want to ask you about Ramondre and ball security. Obviously, he's been playing through some stuff. Does that play any role in those types of situations, or how would you assess what we saw obviously on the first down play on the 5-yard line?
Yeah, Mondre's ball security has been pretty good all year. He had the ball knocked out on the start of the second half there, but yeah, I mean, he had 2 hands on the ball. They're running them back, and they knock it out at the end.
And just looking at your team right now at 7-8 going into the Miami game, what's your upshot on who this team is and what the opportunities are ahead of you in these final couple games?
Yeah, well, obviously take it one game at a time like we always do. So, did you get ready to play our best game against Miami this week?
Thanks.
Next question, Mark Daniels, followed by Dakota Randall.
Hey, good morning, Bill. With Hunter Henry, when he leaves a game, how much does your play calling change, or how much is it limited considering how much he's involved? And then with Johnny, how much does that change things for you guys in terms of what you could call offensively?
Well, Scott was ready to run the things that he ran, and I thought he did it for not much practice. And the first time it was activated, I thought he stepped in, did a pretty good job. But yeah, anytime you have 2 tight ends on your roster and one of them is you lose one, it affects some of your 2 tight end calls. But as I said, fortunately we had Scott at the game, so we were able to do some of that, but we ran a little bit more 3 receivers than 2 receivers after that.
Next question, Dakota Randall.
Hey, Bill, just wondering what you've seen from Christian Barmore since he came back from his injury.
Yeah, good to have him back. He looks like he's got his power and explosiveness back, and so it's good to have him. Each game's spent a couple of games. Each game's got a little bit better, and hopefully we'll keep trending that way.
And on Scotty Washington, I know he hasn't played much. Just wondering what you've seen from him in practice, and I think he used to be listed as a tight end. Lost some weight. Now, at least on the website, he's listed as a receiver. Just kind of wondering what you see from him as a player.
Yeah, he's really only practiced at tight end for us, but he's in kind of that in-between body type that's somewhere between a tight end and a receiver. So, yeah, he's been good to have him. He's lacked some experience, but has picked things up as he's come along here each week, and we just felt like going into this game we need a little bit more depth at that position with the skill position with Devontae out, and so as it turned out we needed it.
Yes.
Go back to Mike Reese, followed by Kieran Griggy.
No, I just want to follow up on Ramondre and the ball security. On that final play there, from a coaching perspective, is that one where you coach up, know when the journey is over, and get down? Or is that one you look at and say, that's a close call on forward progress? He had 2 hands on the ball, and that's just, and it's that more than the know the journey is over and get down.
Yeah, I'm not going to second guess Ramondre on what he did.
And then one last one, just like mechanically on the coaching staff, upstairs people, do you have someone just that's specific, their specific job is to count players on the field? So if you want to challenge a 12, like an extra man on the field, that they can buzz down to you and let you know that?
Well, it would depend on the situation, which side of the ball we're talking about and all that, so, but there's a general awareness of things like that, yes.
Would that be, so would it be, well, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Thank you.
And looks like the last question by Kieran Griggy.
Good morning, Bill. Hope you had a nice day yesterday.
Thanks, Karen, you too.
Thanks. I'm wondering, is it when you have a player like Marcus Jones who's involved in kind of all 3 phases, is it, since defense is his primary phase, is it hard to kind of pick and choose where to stick him in on offense? Are there only a certain amount of plays, or is it possible to even see him a little more in the offense?
Well, Marcus has he's had more since in the last few weeks, but anytime when you have a situation like that where you have a specialty player playing one side of the ball or another, at this point in time, mid-season, where the person doesn't really have a full background on that side of the ball, whether that's Troy or Julian playing defense, or Mike Vrabel playing tight end, or Marcus playing his role. I think that to try to conceptually teach them the entire system is that's not something that we have done nor probably would ever do. So there are certainly limitations on how far those players, Marcus in this case, would be able to go, but You know, can we use him a little more? Can we add on to what he's done? Sure. But I don't think he'll ever be a full, you know, have the full receiver playbook, if you will, at this point in time. Definitely not with his other responsibilities as well on defense and in the kicking game.
Thank you, Bill.
Hey, you're welcome.
I see no other questions. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, everyone.